The name Hercules means, Hera's glory. Hercules suffered from Hera's curse from birth, so why did he get the name Hera's glory? The ancient Greeks believed Hercules to be the strongest man in the world. He was born from Zeus, the king of the gods, and a human woman, but was cursed by Hera, Zeus' wife and the highest goddess. Hercules suffered all his life because of Hera's curse, and eventually climbed up on a tree and burned to death. After his death, he went to the palace of Olympus, where the gods lived, reconciled with Hera, and became a god. Historians claim that the name Hercules is related to immigrants who moved to Greece. The goddess Hera was originally the patron goddess of the natives who lived in Greece, and Hercules symbolized the hero of the immigrants who moved there. The natives who worshipped Hera and the immigrants who worshipped Hercules were bound to be in conflict. Then, in some way, reconciliation between the natives and the immigrants was achieved, and as a sign of that reconciliation, the name of the immigrant hero was given to him, Hera's glory. Was the Milky Way created by Hera, Zeus, and Hercules? Zeus felt the need to give birth to the greatest hero when the three goddesses of fate predicted, to resolve the invasion of the Gigantes. The help of a great human hero is needed. Then, Zeus found a human woman, Alcmene, who would give birth to the great hero and impregnated her. Zeus fed Hera's milk to his son Hercules in order to give him an immortal body like the gods. After confirming that Hera was deeply asleep, Zeus took the young Hercules to Hera's breast and let him suckle. But the baby's sucking power was so strong that Hera woke up. When Hera, startled, pulled the baby away, white milk gushed out from her breast into the sky and became the Milky Way. Hero and god of Greek mythology. As an adult, Hercules reigns as the greatest hero and becomes the son-in-law of King Creon of Thebes, and heir to the throne. However, due to the madness caused by Hera, Hercules temporarily mistakenly saw his family as lions, and killed his own family. Hercules was so desperate that he tried to commit suicide, but the oracle told him that as punishment for killing his family. Gibraltar commemorative coins issued sequentially between 1997 and 2000, showing the 12 labors of Hercules. Hercules deceived Atlas, who held up the heavens. One of the 12 labors was to find the golden apple tree that Gaia, the primordial god, gave to Hera and pick apples. Hercules asked Atlas, the father of the nymphs Hesperides, the guardians of the golden apples. While Atlas went to get the golden apples, Hercules held up the sky instead. However, Atlas returned with the golden apples and said to Hercules, "I will do your work for you, so you should continue to hold up the sky for me." Surprised, Hercules came up with an idea and said, "I will do that. But the sky is so heavy that I might drop it, so please help me get into the right position." When Atlas tried to help Hercules hold up the sky, Hercules quickly pulled himself out, took the golden apples, and leisurely left. Later, Atlas asked Perseus, who was passing by, to turn him into stone instead of holding up the sky, and Perseus showed him the head of Medusa. This is how the legend of the Atlas Mountains in northwestern Africa was created. Hercules was later ordered to plunder the herds of Geryon, one of the 12 labors, and went to Geryon, the westernmost land. Hercules had to cross the Atlas Mountains, which at the time connected Europe and Africa by land and blocked the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. However, Hercules found it cumbersome to cross the rugged Atlas Mountains. Instead of crossing the mountains, Hercules destroyed the mountains to connect the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The gap created in this way is the current Strait of Gibraltar. The Rocky Mountains of the Gibraltar Peninsula and the Rocky Mountains of the African Continental Peak, which are traces of the Atlas Mountains that Hercules destroyed, came to be called the two pillars of Hercules. English expressions derived from Hercules. Herculean force means with tremendous strength from the beginning. The labor of Hercules or Herculean labor. Herculean task means a great task as difficult as the 12 labors. Herculean choice means choosing adversity that leads to glory, abandoning comfort. The name of the Hercules beetle also comes from Hercules, and it boasts the largest and most beautiful appearance among beetles. Hercules and Prometheus helped each other. Hercules shot and killed an eagle that was eating Prometheus' liver and saved him. The name Prometheus means one who thinks first, or a prophet, and he was punished by Zeus for giving fire to humans. In anger, Zeus created the first woman, Pandora, to punish humans and send her to the human world. After that, Pandora's box was opened and disaster struck humanity. Prometheus helped Hercules by giving him wisdom so that he could trick Atlas and escape when he was performing the 12 labors. Hercules' end and resurrection as a god. Hercules' end was miserable. The centaur Nessus, who was after Hercules' wife Deianira, was killed by Hercules' poisoned arrow. Nessus took his blood as a sign of apology to Deianira in order to seek revenge, and told her to apply it to her husband's underwear if she wanted to win back her husband's love. After hearing that Hercules was going to conquer Oechalia and bring back its princess Iole, Deianira was shot by a poisoned arrow and applied Nessus' blood mixed with Hydra venom to Hercules' underwear. As soon as Hercules put on the underwear, he felt a burning pain all over his body, and the clothes stuck to his flesh and wouldn't come off. So his own flesh was torn off along with it. If he were a normal human, he would have died quickly, but Hercules, who had been breastfed by Hera, was immortal and could not die, so he continued to suffer. In the end, Hercules gathered wood to cremate himself and set it on fire, and met his end. Athena, under Zeus' order, brought Hercules' soul to Olympus. Of course, Hera complained about Hercules coming to Olympus. Soon, a war broke out between the Olympian gods and the Gigantes, and Hercules fought on the side of the gods. As prophesied, the war ended with the victory of the Olympian gods with the help of the great human hero Hercules. Finally, Hercules became the first-class contributor to the victory and was accepted into the Olympian family. Then, he apologized to the goddess Hera, who had tormented him all his life, and they reconciled. Then, as a reward for Hera's kindness, he took the goddess of youth, Hebe, the daughter of Zeus and Hera, as his official wife and became a god. Zeus created the constellation Hercules in the northern sky to commemorate his son's immortal achievements. And even now, you can see Hercules holding a club in the northern sky during the summer. Please leave your opinion in the comment section. Thank you, watch again. And subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.